Welcome to episode number 3 of this Dash C Madden 22 Career Mode series. And today, I'm still playing my Dash C Madden 22 Career Mode series, obviously, because I just said it, and that is Dash C, right in the middle of screen number 5, right in the middle of your screen. We're about to play the Cardinals here in Week 8. It's on Thursday Night Football. The difficulty is on Rookie. It's Rookie. And it's on, the difficulty is Rookie, and like the game style, I guess you could call it, is on Simulation. Unlike my franchise and my fantasy draft franchise, where the difficulty is on Pro and on Simulation. Here, it's Rookie and Simulation. So, which is Pro's only one step above Rookie. So, but we are 8-0. I mean, excuse me, 7-0. As well, you can see right here. Schedule. The only thing I can't see in this career mode, and it's in franchise and fantasy draft franchise, the standings don't one place unless I'm completely blind. I don't know how to get to, but you can see we won week 1. Well, it was 2 episodes ago. We won 84-38 over the Saints. Week 4, we beat the Steelers 49-20. That was last episode. It will be in the eye in the sky corner right up here. And you can see the Bengals, we beat them 45-24. Beat the Bears 52-38. We beat the football team 62-34. The thing is, obviously I wanted it to shoot out a lot of points. Like here, 66-40. At 40 points, a lot of points to dip up. I'll have to show you a stat in a minute. But obviously the Cardinals, it's on Rookie, but they do have J.J. Watt, who's a left end, really good left end. You have DeAndre Hopkins. It's a really good wide receiver. But we have one of our own, Devontae Adams. And they also have Chandler Jones as their left outside linebacker. And they also have Kyler Murray, their quarterback. Both mobile quarterbacks, both can throw. We lead goal from that coach. Protect the ball, no interceptions. I went with, I think, preparation over rest because it's a short week. And I got -5 for morale for the entire offense. But I did 100 speed for them, though. But they did a -5 for their morale, but they did 100 speed. Everyone did. And then I also have to do Aaron Jones 4 touchdowns, 4+ touchdowns, or at least 4 touchdowns, or 200. I think it was either or. Yeah, it was 4 touchdowns or 200 receiving / rushing yards. So I don't rushing yards 200. That's not a lot. So we probably have to go for the 4 touchdowns. But it doesn't matter. I don't think it matters if it's receiving or rushing. I think he had a good game last week. I don't really remember, although I played that game like in real life like 3 days ago. I just played offense. I almost said I played the moments, but that's what I do in franchise for games I play off camera. In this series for games I play on and off camera, I just play offense only. Yeah, we're 7-0. They're 3-4. I don't see the standings up. They're not in this screen. They're not here. Because in franchise, well, you don't see a player. They're like down in the bottom. Or you can hit like square the distance. They're not here. They're not like over here. Just a start weekly training, view team, edit player, play season game, or advanced week, which put the Chiefs next week. And then this, well, it's not over here because there's like snapshots, top stories, reactions from like John Coachman, Ross Tucker, Matt Miller, and some other people. And then here's schedule. But I don't see, and then schedule sets and awards, X Factor, database, lead transactions, and lead history, and then week schedule, and then top performers, which I have 3,545 yards and 42 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. Mahomes, well, he has 2,400 yards and 24 touchdowns. Ryan Fitzpatrick, which in real life is out for like 8 weeks with a hip injury or at least, but in this game he's thrown for almost 2,300. Well, no. Yeah, almost 2,300 yards and 23 touchdowns. Rushing yard leaders, Nick Chubb, and it's McCaffrey, then it's Kamara. Receiving leaders, well, it's Adams and Fuller, then Funchess. And Adams has 1,600 receiving yards and 18 touchdowns. Sack leaders, it's Chris Jones, Von Miller, and Khalil Mack. Interception leaders, Stephon Gilmore, Brian Pooley, and Pierre Desern. And tackle leaders, Blake Martinez, Alex Sinatone, and Chris Barnes, which I believe that's our Chris Barnes, I think. But I'm gonna show you this. I think you can hear, right? Yeah, it's here. But before we get into the game, like I said, I'm first in passing yards, first in passing touchdowns, not first when it turns back around. Well, Devontae Adams is second in receptions, first in receiving touchdowns, first in receiving yards. I'm first in passing yards, first in passing touchdowns, second in passing rating. The only reason someone's higher is because they've literally thrown it 2 times and have a higher rating than me. That's the only reason I'm second. Jones, pretty good on that. I'm just waiting for it to come back around. Jones, I believe, if I remember right, yeah, he's 8th in rushing yards, 2nd in rushing touchdowns, 23rd in carries, and then, as you can see here, 421 points scored, first in the NFL. We have 220 points allowed, 25th in the NFL. That's on defense, and then we have 4,500 offensive yards, first in the NFL. But we've given up 3,500 defensive yards. That's dead last in the NFL. So we're first in offensive yards and last in defensive yards. Well, let's see what happens. We should win because our offense, I'm good at throwing the ball, running the ball, doing everything. But just in this, I lost Super Bowl to the Ravens. I think it was 42-38. This is Madden 21, Super Bowl 55 against the Ravens in Tampa. We lost 42-38. 38 points should win you a game, but clearly didn't. So I don't know how many we need today, but I would say at least 35 to win the game because, well, defense not really doing that well, because if we're dead last in defensive yards, who knows? I mean, who knows? Like I said, I lost the Super Bowl in Madden 21. You might actually see Madden 21 Career Mode Series. It was the last episode of that series, because obviously I did it like a month before Madden 22 came out, and obviously I went on that trip to Montana. I lost Super Bowl 55 in Tampa to the Ravens, 42-38. So let's hopefully get the dub against the Cardinals in Phoenix. It's on Thursday Night Football. Let's get into it. That is skip the strategy, play offense only. So control all the offensive snaps. It's 6-minute quarters, by the way. 4 6-minute quarters, 4 6-minute quarters. Thursday prime time. We're in 84 overall. They're in 81. We have Adams, and he has double me. Alexander shut down. Well, our bad quarterback Rodgers. Yes, he's bad as gambler, and then Hopkins is double me as well. Watt has run stuffer, and then Jones has relentlessness. Color rush. I did this when I played this game in my Green Bay Packers franchise. We won that day in 27-24. This game probably won't be 27-24. It'll probably be hopefully a blowout in our favor. So our color rush uniforms are white. I think theirs are red. No, black. So it's white for us, as you can see right there. And then you can see for the Cardinals, it's like, is that black? And that's black, or dark brown, or whatever. But either way, you can tell the differences for each team. So yeah, they're all one color. Like, we're white and they're like dark brown. I don't know. Play calling hands. Let's get into the game right now. The Cardinals. Hopkins 531 receiving yards, 5 touchdowns. We're 7-0. They're 3-4. Let's watch the presentation. Alan Roach. Used to be a rule, I believe, in the NFL where the coaches, not coaches, but it used to be a record in the or a record. rule in the NFL where both teams had to wear their color rush uniforms on Thursday Night Football. It's not a rule anymore, but even though it's not a rule anymore, well, both teams are wearing them because, well, I chose both teams. I chose for both teams to wear their color rush uniforms. And obviously, there's the case. It looks like, as you can see, it looks like number 95 is pumping out number 5, which is me. I'm not sure who's getting the ball first, and it looks like it is us. 1 second into the day, I think that's just a glitch because we're starting at 25. So it's just a touchback. Start the ball game. Let's go with Flood. I really like this play. Run the 25. First snap of the game. Here we go. And it's a little bit of an out route, and Tom did catch it. I thought he ended that setting foot down. Sometimes they don't do that setting foot down. He needed 2 feet obviously down, and he did it down. I thought maybe they would challenge or something, but no. Cleveland's 5-2. Just playing the 3-3 Steelers. Lions are 2-5. Eagles are 5-2. I saw the Rams are 1-6. Here we go. It's a tight window, Tunyon. Oh, he had it, but he dropped it. 1 for 2 at 12 yards. Cobb's reception was 12 yards. Falcons 4-2. Panthers 4-3. Same thing for the Dolphins. Bills are 1-5. Big contract for Allen not really working out for you, right, Buffalo? The 6 yards for Jones. We only need 194 more, or just the 4 touchdowns. 8-6 hook. It's 3rd down and 4. So there's a Jacksonville 3-3, a little better than real life. Seattle 6-1. I mean, there's Seattle 6-1. Washington's 3-4. Denver's 4-3. Here we go, 3rd down, and now I got around that, and I don't shut you square on the field. Adams, ooh, the breakup. So I got that first play to Cobb, and I have to punt it because I don't have to, but I'm going to. As in real life, the Packers punters, I think, Borquez, or I'm not botching his name, they got him via trade from Buffalo, and they released J.T. Stott. But in this game, the Packers punter is still, J.T. Stott, and he punts it away. And he punted 4 times, and Atwell is a fair catch signal by the returner, but he let it drop, and we pin them at their own 5-yard line. Here's Murray. Obviously, I'm not playing this because that's the offense only, but obviously I still punted it because technically that's still offense. Cardinals go down and did a field goal. Minute 34 to go in the first quarter. It's 3-0 Arizona. So obviously our drive I think lasted like what 2 minutes or something, and their drive lasted what like 3 minutes? I don't know. Here we go. 90 left here in the first quarter, and there's circle, pardon, and it's caught by Funchess. In real life, yeah, I did get hurt and was placed on IR and would miss the rest of the season, and I think the Packers released him. But in this game, still on the Packers, and obviously my franchise had traded him to Washington for Curtis Samuel. But he's obviously in real life, he's on IR and out for the rest of the year. And after the Packers did that, put him on IR for the rest of the year, and he missed the entire season. They released him, and he missed the entire season last year because of COVID. He was a COVID COVID opt-out. That's what I'm trying to say. Here we go. 7 down and 5. We're at the 28-yard line. 30 seconds left. Here we go. And going out to the right, there's a guy there, but let's just spin around him. Oh, I did not. Tried to 10 yards, though, and it is a first down with 15 left. I did not want to do a fullback screen. I'm not sure what that is, but let's just do the snap, I guess. And I chucked it to R1. What the heck was that? I tapped R1, and it hit hands for both teams, and then the quarter is over. 3-0 Arizona. Let's wait to the second. So we did not score in that first quarter. 7 down and 10 from the 18 as we switch ends. New England's, I think, 4-2. It said. I think in this game they still have Cam Newton, although in real life they released him. But they released him after I started this career mode. So this day I think they still have Cam Newton, although in real life they have Matt Jones, which they traded up for him, or they traded up for him, or Matt Jones fell to wherever the Patriots were drafting, which wasn't low, but it wasn't high. It's probably in the middle. Here we go. And here's Sergio. No, I tried to throw it over. 2 for 6, 54 yards of dash. See, I have to throw it over. But that should have been intercepted. Or I should have just ran it. Kansas City sits in 1. Although in real life they have more losses. In real life, Kansas City's 2-1. This is interesting here. Here we go. Let's get out of the strong. Let's throw it a done. Let's throw a mountain wide cross. Usually that's some play where you don't want to be at the 7-yard line, but should do it at like the 25, your own 25, but I don't do it here. Here we go. We have Jones in motion, except for then he stops, and now I have no one except for Jones on the side of the field. Here's Dash C, and he got 2. There was no one on that right side of the field except for Jones, and he was covered. 21-yard field goal. Here's Crosby, who hasn't missed a field goal since 2019. I'm not kidding. From the right hash, 21 yards to tie the game up. 4:10 to go in the center quarter and Townend. And hopefully I did not miss this, and I did not. Right down the middle. Tie game. So we're almost through a quarter and a half. We have no touchdowns. The Cardinals don't either, but 3-3 ball game. They go down, and we did the ball back at our own 3-yard line. 3:16 to go in the first half. So we probably like 3 and out them, but we're at our own 3, so we gotta watch safety and all that good stuff. Make sure also don't go out of the end zone. Here's Etz. In stride, it's Tanya in the tight end. And he's out of bounds at the 37, 34 yards. First down, Green Bay. 24 yards run after the catch. The goal, I think, for the year is 4,000 passing yards. I'm almost there. Here we go, and I'm going to try to go outside, and I fell over my offensive lineman. Jones did. Got a yard, 5 rushes, 23 yards, so still have a lot more. Big goal. I need a lot more yards for 200. I need 4 touchdowns for the 4 touchdown goal. Setting it at 9. Uh-oh. I forgot we don't have Bakhtiari. He tore his ACL last year. I'm chucking it. What a throw! What a goal! I was going to say, what a catch with Jones or Adams dropped him. 3 for 8, 88 yards. Now it's 3rd down. 8-6-6 Hood. This is getting interesting here. Defense is doing pretty well. Knock on wood. Here we go. Tampa Bay's 3-4, so Brady's not doing that well for being the defending champs, and Adams has hit as he caught it, or tried to catch it. And we have, what, 3 drives, 2 punts. This is including this drive. 2 punts, the center punt for Scott, and obviously have that field goal. But this is getting interesting. It is on rookie, by the way. Just FYI. Here we go. It's the fair catch. Did he say fair? Oh, no, he did do fair catch. So it's fair catch at the 18. 2:01 to go in the first half. They just ball up draft time and have the ball right now. And looks like we did a touch. No, we didn't. They were at our own 38-yard line, literally like 20 seconds later. They might have turned. They probably turned it over. So from the 38, our own 38, minute 40 to go. And and shut it up. He's open. What a throw! And he's down to the 5. What a throw! It was superhuman from Dash C to Adams. 1st and goal from the 5 with 1:10 remaining in the first half and counting. Now let's deal with the Jones. Jones up the gut, and he's 2 yards down to the 3. Minute remaining. Now 50 seconds left. Goal on defense for Arizona. Let's give it to him again. Up the gut, touchdown, Aaron Jones. He is in. Touchdown, Green Bay. First touchdown for Green Bay or either team. It belongs to Jones. 3 touchdowns away from that goal. And the Panthers have a 10-3 lead, but the Cardinals go down and do not score. 11 seconds to go in the first quarter. 1st and 10 from our own 1st and 10 from our own 6-yard line. Maybe we did a 94-yard touchdown. We only have 11 seconds and all 3 timeouts, though. Here we go. It's shut it. It's caught. And he broke the tackle. Here's Adams, but he cannot get to the end zone. Timeout, Green Bay. For our own, 6 to their 38. Crosby's career long, our kicker, Mason Crosby, I think 58 yards, and this is 55 yards. From basically in between the hash marks, they have a returner back there for the Cardinals. It's going to be close. The marker's right above the crossbar, and the wind is 8 miles per hour blowing sort of with this tip. It's not diagonal. Here we go. Gotta be perfect on both ends. And I was perfect, I believe. The tip is up, and it is And Crosby from 55. And the Panthers lead by 10 at halftime. And then the ball sits in at half, and they do not score. And yeah, I did not want to go for a 97-yard field goal. We're at our own 20-yard line. 13-3 Green Bay. About just under 2 minutes into the half. Here we go. Both defenses have been doing pretty well. Our offense has been shredded. Here's Cobb, the veteran. I have 214 yards and 6 completions. No touchdowns, though. We only have 1 touchdown for the Panthers. 1 touchdown in the game belongs to the Panthers. It belongs to Aaron Jones. Here we go. This is A.J. Dillon, the center running back out of the backfield. Here's Dillon. Fifth back out of Boston College. Is down to the 38-yard line, sending down at 5. There's Lancaster on Kenny Clark and someone else. This is a good game so far. Good defense, but it's starting to. I know they have Chandler Jones and J.J. Watt. I already knew that. Here's Jones, our first-string running back. That might have been a lateral, but either way, it's a first down. And there's an injury. It's Phillips. He's on the Cardinals. I'm not sure who that is. 3:22 they down the half. Or, excuse me, 3:22 they down the quarter. I'm not sure that was a lateral or not, but Jones, well, you need 4 touchdowns. I'm not sure it's going to happen or not. I don't know. Here we go. Let's run it again, and somehow he got through that. It looks like he was going to get like 1 or 2 yards. Instead, he got like 12, 52 yards, so he needs 148 more yards. Apparently now the defense, for their coaching adjustments, is trying to strip the ball here. 2:50 to go in the third quarter. Here we go. Okay, oh no. Let's throw it. Oh, hit as I threw. Incomplete. 7 for 14, 219 yards. Half-back slip screen. Let's try to do that. New England is 4-3. And they said they probably have Cam Newton, although in real life he got released and our starter is Matt Jones. Here's Jones, not really blockers in front, and he got. Did he get the first? No, he got 9. 3rd and 1. It is a 2-score game though, but touchdown at PAT would make it a 3-score game. But if we did a field goal, that means it's still down 13, which is 2 scores. That means they need 2 TDs. Here we go. Here we go. 1-on-1 in the back of the end zone. Adams has got it, but he's out of bounds. Darn it. Now it's 4th and 1. Do I go for it? And I suggested to go for it. First, I want to. Should I challenge? I could challenge. I just want to see if he actually got 2 feet. I could challenge if I wanted to. But who knows? It was a good throw, but I don't think anyone else is open though. Well, there was this guy. Oh yeah, there was this guy that probably. Who is this? Tom? Tom would have been wide open for a touchdown. He had him beat. It's just that he was out of the end zone. Oh. Ooh. He definitely had the right foot down. No, the left foot came out of bounds by 2 feet. Or maybe a foot. Can I go for it? Let's throw a cross shot. We're going for it. 4th and a yard. We maybe should run it. What is this play? So let's say we have Adams, Funches, and Kyle on the left. We have Tanya on the right. We also have Jones. Actually, we don't have Jones. Here's Tanya. He's got it! And it's just a truck a guy. But he's got 12 on 4th and a yard. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. First down, Green Bay. As they convert on 4th and 1. Half that ISO. Minute 40 remaining. Up the gut now. Here's Jones. And he's down to the 12. 10 rushes, 58 yards, and the only touchdown for the Panthers or either team. Let's go a single back. Let's go with mesh. This is actually a pretty good game. I thought it was like a blowout, but it's only a 13-3 game. Here we go. Here we go. R1 in the end zone. Oh, yeah, but he knocked it out of his hands. Still have 200+ passing yards. It's just unfortunately, it's 3rd and 8 now. Okay, let's go with PA wide red wheel. I audibled. Here we go. Now it's to the right. Maybe I can run it in. Here we go. At least at the first down. And he is out of bounds at the 1. 3 rushes, 23 yards. Let's do it to Jones, because obviously we're trying to get that goal, which we only have a quarter and change to go, but that would be halfway here if he can get it in. Up the gut. Alright, so it's actually Dillon, our center running back, so I didn't realize it was Dillon, but either way, it's touchdown for Green Bay. Our center running back, A.J. Dillon, so unfortunately, Sent a touchdown for him, but fortunately, it wasn't. I thought it was Jones, but it wasn't. 23 Green Bay. They go down and did a touchdown. 4:50 to go in the game. It's 20-10 Green Bay. So we down a touchdown. They come back with their touchdown of their own, but they're still down by 2 scores at 20-10. Yeah, keep away here. Here we go. This is a great game. I thought it was a blowout. Here's Adams. I didn't realize there was a safety there, but Adams still caught it right in front of number 34, and he is gone. First explosive play of the game for at least 9 touchdowns of the year, 76 yards. The first explosive play for the Panthers, or except for that other one, I think. That's at the second one, but first one for a touchdown. 27-10 Green Bay. And let's say they go down and did nothing. Turnover, let's say. We're out on 27-yard line. 27-10 Green Bay. I don't know what I'm saying. Here was Dash. He did throw. And here goes Tanyan. And he's out of bounds at the 35. Here we go. Here's Jones. I mean, he has 70 yards, but he's not going to 130 in 3 minutes. I don't think he's on at 3 touchdowns either. The average had 6.3 yards per carry, so not bad. I wouldn't complain about that. With 434 total yards, we're up 27-10. Here we go. And here's Dash. See, he's running. Green grass in front of him. He puts his head down. He's down to the 2. 4 rushes, 44 yards for him. Well, let's hurry up here. But I believe this is only Jones this time. Can we get in with Jones? Jones has got it, and he's in. Touchdown, Green Bay. Number 2 for Jones. I don't think he's on at 2 more, though, because there's only 2:20 remaining. Could get 1 more. It's 34-10 Green Bay. They did a touchdown. Looks like they missed the PAT. Minute 10 to go. We're at their 48 because of they went for an onside kick and didn't get it. So 34-16. So, yeah, at one point it was 27-10. I don't know why I said it so weird. Oh, man. He has a higher completion percentage and more touchdowns. I have more yards. Don't want to... I want to see, like, scoring summary. Did they go for a... No, scoring summary. Not Prater, 51-yard field goal. They went for 2 and failed, because I just, if they went for 2, they would be... What are they within right now? 26... Are they within 2 right now? No, that's 10. Well, let me think. If they went for 2, they would have been... Yeah, they would have been... Yeah, because they're down by 18 right now, because... Right? Is 2... Yeah, they're down by 18 right now, so that's why they went for 2. They're trying to make it a 16-point game, which would be a 2-score game, but unfortunately did not did it. So we're up by 18 at 34-16, and there's only 70 seconds remaining. They have 3 timeouts. They're down by 3 scores. So here we go. I'm throwing it just for the heck of it. Here we go. Let's shut it, and it's caught. Adams, Superman, touchdown. I'm going crazy, but either way, Superman for Dash C and Aaron Rodgers. Superman for Dash C and Devontae Adams. There is 30 seconds remaining. Here's Jones, which I don't think he's going to do his goal because there's only 30 seconds left. Down to the 10. He does have 2 touchdowns. I'm hurrying up here. It's only a 6-second runoff. Here we go. This is a tight window. Let's try to... Can I do one more play? Then maybe one more play. And I can get one more play. Maybe he can do it in the end zone. And no, he cannot. He got a yard. He finished with 75 rushing yards on 15 carries and 2 touchdowns. And the Packers, well, good defense. Good defense. The offense, well, defense. I mean, we got shut out in the first quarter. I think we scored scored. I think except for our first 7 points, we scored all our points except for the first 7 in the second half. Or no, I think we scored 13 in the first half. No takeaways for the team, so they said we got turnovers sometimes. like at least once, but apparently he didn't. But either way, defense did well. Murray looks like he like slid in like grass or something because he has that spot on his like left shoulder. That's 390 yards, 34-16. So I mean, like we did. This is the first game we didn't score 45 points or more. Oh yeah, that's gonna be that's a good game because they have Mahomes, they have Hill, they have Kelsey on the defense, they have that Tyrann Mathieu. Don't really know how many people we have, but obviously we have 10 days off, or because obviously Thursday Night Football. Jones trying to complain. Jones will probably say, "Oh, I wanted you more. I thought you were going to be more involved or whatever." Still got 15 carries, 75 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Adams 4 receptions, 226 yards. Only got 4 receptions, but he had 226 yards. QB ratings 117 for Dash C, 103 for Kyler Murray. I went 12 for 21, 390 yards and a touchdown. Kyler Murray went 30 for 43, so he threw it a lot. 287 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. 69% completion percentage for Murray, 57% completion percentage for Dash C. Russian Jones 15 for 75, 2 touchdowns. Murray 9 for 44. Connor 7 for 28. Myself Dash C 4 for 44. Edmonds 2 for 2, and then looks like Dylan offset that touchdown. You want 1 for 1 with that touchdown. Receiving let's just go with Packers. Adams 4 for 226, 1 touchdown. Tanyan 3 for 83. Tom 2 for 25. Dylan 1 for 5. Funches 1 for 42. Jones 1 for 9. So really, I only had 1 touchdown. I only had 1 passing touchdown. Out of what? 34, right? So that's 34. We had 4 total touchdowns because Jones had 2 rushing touchdowns. Dylan had 1 rushing touchdown, and Dash C had the other touchdown, which was a passing touchdown. So I only got 1 in this game, but he still has. Now he has what 43 on the year, but he's still leading Mahomes by probably by 15 or whatever. Yeah, because in Tipton, Crosby, I think all year only made 3 field goals in the first 6 games. 6 games? Yeah, in the first 6 games he only made 3 field goals. He made 2 tonight. One from 55. The other one was from 21, and then 4 for 4 extra points. And then punting, Scott had 2 punts, 97 yards. Both were in the first half. 97 yards total, I think. Average yards per punt, 48.5. Both were inside the 20. And then kick return, looks like Tom never had. Kick return? That's weird. Touchbacks, and then it looks like Tom had 1 punt return, but he didn't get any yards, and probably tallied for a catch or something. But final score, yeah, 34-16 Green Bay. We scored none in the first. We got shut out in the first quarter. We scored 13 in the second, 7 in the third, and 14 in the fourth. They got 3 in the first. We got shut out in the second, and then the Cardinals got 3 in the first. They got shut out in the second and the third, and they got 13 in the fourth. So good defense. Prater, 51-yard field goal. Crosby, 21-yard field goal. Jones, 3-yard run with the Mason Crosby kick. Crosby had a 55-yard field goal at the gun, or at the end of the first half, rather. Dylan had a 1-yard touchdown run, Mason Crosby kick. Green had a touchdown pass, Matt Prater kick. Adams had a touchdown reception, really. So Green had a touchdown reception. Matt Prater kick. Adams had the only passing touchdown for Dash C, 75 yards. With the Mason Crosby tit. Jones had a 2-yard run, Mason Crosby tit, and then Connor had an 11-yard pass from Kyler Murray, 2-point conversion failed. That would have made it 2-score dance, which should have been 16, which means they needed 2 touchdowns, 2 2-point conversions. But that was with a minute 12 left in the game, so it didn't really matter. But yeah, they did go down in just over a minute and got the touchdown, but unfortunately did not get the 2-point conversion. Either way, we would have won anyways. Just would have been by 16 instead of 18, but really doesn't matter. Team stats, score 510 total yards for us. First downs, they actually had 18, we had 16, and then let's say turnovers, none for either side. Third down conversion, we went 1 for 6. They went 6 for 14. Fourth down conversion, we went 1 for 1. They went 2 for 3. 2-point conversions, they had 0 for 1. Red zone percentage, 4 for 5, which is 80% for us. 4 for 5 which is 80% for us. 1 for 2, which is 50% for the Cardinals. Red zone TDs, 3-1 in favor of us. Red zone field goals, 1-0 in favor of us. Penalties was only one. Well, it's just a set the penalties. We had none. Set the penalties, and then they had one, which was a 10-yard penalty. Probably was like holding or something. And then time possession, 13:42 for us, 10:18 for the Cardinals. So that was all the stats and all that. I usually don't do that, but I did tonight. Yeah, it is tonight. It's still night. It's Monday night. Cowboys are playing right now. I'm not a Cowboys fan. I'm a Packers fan because I have a career mode that I have a quarterback who's a 99 overall. Yes, he is a 99 overall, and he's a 99 in every category in this game. And then, so that means he's a 99 overall. He's on the Packers, obviously. I have a Packers franchise, and I have a New Orleans Saints fantasy franchise. The only reason I picked the Saints is because I didn't pick him. I used a NFL team randomizer online, and they picked the Saints. So I just reran it, and I would use a team that was number one, and it was the Saints. Obviously, it's a fantasy franchise, so obviously we don't have we don't have Jameis Winston as a quarterback. We have Patrick Mahomes, yeah, because I got the first pick in the draft. And right now it's 8:52 p.m. I have to go to bed at 10:30, so better get this video. I'm probably on tonight. Well, filming it. I'm filming it right now, and then scheduled tonight to go up tomorrow at 10 a.m. Which obviously for you guys, if you're watching this video that I posted is today for you guys, which would be Tuesday, September 28th. So yeah, October's right around the corner. October 1st is Friday, so yeah. I haven't told you once, I think, at all on this YouTube channel or on my Vinny J channel. I'm doing a Dude Perfect show. Yeah, Dude Perfect, the YouTubers. I'm not sure if you probably heard of him. If you haven't, they're Dude Perfect. Look them up, Dude Perfect. Put them in the search bar on YouTube. They're on tour. They went on tour 2 years ago. I wanted to go, but unfortunately I lost the privilege because I don't know. We just didn't go to. I wanted to go, but I did something I talked over my dad or something, so we couldn't go. And they were at the arena where the Texas Stars play, which I filmed Texas Stars games. If you haven't seen my Vinny J channel, my other channel, which is my vlog channel, right here will be in the sky in the type right corner. Well, this time now we have to go to San Antonio though, because they're not at the arena where the Texas Stars play. They're in San Antonio, so. Or the arena where the San Antonio Spurs play. And it used to be the San Antonio Rampage, an AHL team like the Texas Stars, but unfortunately the Vegas Golden Knights bought them out and moved them to Silverton, which is some city in Nevada. It's not Silverton, they moved them to Henderson, which is some city in Nevada. It's the Henderson Silver Knights now. So Henderson Silver Knights, the AHL affiliate of the Vegas Golden Knights. Yeah, so it's about an hour and a half. It's Wednesday, so I'm working from home on Wednesday until like 2, and then we're gonna leave at 2 or 2:30, maybe 3, and go down to San Antonio and watch them. But I'm not filming it because obviously it's gonna be dark, or no, yeah. I'm not gonna tell you that in that clip. See you on the other side. I'm not gonna be filming it though because one, like a haunted game, there's obviously the lights are on. In that kind of show, well, the lights might be on before they come on the stage, but during the show, like the lights they would use for when the Spurs play on the court would be off, like the big bright lights where they would use for when the Rampage when they play hockey there, and when the Spurs play basketball there, which they still do. When they still do, the Spurs still play the Rampage. Obviously, I just said now they got bought by the Golden Knights. Now they're in the Henderson Silver Knights, but they wouldn't use those lights. It would be dark, and the only lighting you would see is the lights from the fancy lights that would are on the stage. Aren't like bright lights like the lights on this room. It's like colored lights, like purple, not purple, but maybe like blue lights or you know what I'm talking about. It won't be those big bright lights that are on they use for when the Spurs are playing basketball at that. I think it's AT&T Center. I think those lights won't be on. There'll be other lights on, not the lights on that are in this room, other lights, special lights, colored lights that will obviously be on the stage, and it'll be just dark, and especially with this camera, because obviously times if it's right now, I know up there is like blurry, or not blurry, but like bright because of the lighting, and all these like the stats right there and everything on the screen basically is bright. It's because of just this camera, and sometimes the camera gets well, like blurry for like 5 seconds. So it happens. I mean, if you watch my vlogs and the Touch of Stars Day, sometimes it's blurry. So that's why I'm not bringing the camera beat as well. I bring it to the Touch of Stars Day because after all that lighting, and it's a sports event. For this one, I just want to enjoy it without filming, because it's like, it'll be loud. It'll be loud. I'm not sure where we're sitting though, and I could be blocked by other people standing up, because it's like blocked by other people standing up. The lighting, the noise, because obviously it won't be lighting like this here in Studio 42 Entertainment. It will be like special lighting, like color lighting on the stage only. It won't be like the big bright lights like they would have on for hockey or for a sporting event. So obviously it's not a sporting event. It's not a concert, but it's like a, I don't know what you could call it, but it's not a sporting event, or it's a show. Right? But it's yeah, it's a perfect show. Next time I close the board, I it's episode about them, and or that is on Wednesday. So for you guys, if you watch this video the day I posted, it's tomorrow. So yeah, excited, and possibly I probably at home at like midnight after the show, which would be it's midnight Thursday, but just say midnight Wednesday, and I have to go to school, and that's on that Thursday, so I might only get like 6 hours of sleep because I have to get up at 6:15. So you have to be at the house by 7:30. You have to shower, have to eat breakfast, and yeah. Alright, so there's no breakfast, or like I said, that is Wednesday night. Can't wait, and yeah. Just can't wait. Alright, time to close the board. Time to close the board. If you subscribe to the like button, subscribe if you have the entire mom, dad, grandma, aunts, uncles, pets, friends about these videos, and I'm gonna see you in episode number 4. Or yeah. Sorry about cutting it out, but the next episode of this series will be, or the next episode of the series, I'm not sure when it's gonna be in real life, but in this game, it'll be the Packers Week 12 game. The Packers Week 12 game, which is their last game before their bye, against the Rams at home. It's a Sunday late game. So that will be the next episode of this series. In this game, I'm not sure when it's going to be in real life, but in this game, it will be the Packers Week 12 game against the Rams at home, and it's a Sunday late game at 3:25 p.m. Central Time. That's time to close on the board. If it's episode, like button. Subscribe if you have the entire mom, dad, grandma, aunts, uncles, pets, friends about these videos. And I'm going to see you in episode number 4 of this -C Madden 22 Career Mode series. See you in episode number 4, and eat a lot of bacon, and go Packers.